And now it's time for today's daily forecast with EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martridge.
And good Monday morning to you. It is August 27th, 2018, and we have a very strong ridge that is going to start building into the region today. I don't think we're getting too ridiculously high today compared to what we're going to see on Tuesday and Wednesday, but we're going to see the beginnings of that today as high pressure takes control over the southeastern U.S. coastline. This is a classic heat pump high here. Ridge is building it up over top of the region, and we have winds that are going to be mainly westerly today, though. I don't think we're going to get into southwesterly winds until we get to Tuesday and Wednesday, and I think that's why you have temperatures a little bit hotter both of those days compared to today. But we will have some areas that get above 90 degrees today. Many of the areas will be in the upper 80s to near 90 today, so increased humidity. Again, not ridiculous just yet. I think your heat advisory, headline days are going to be Tuesday and Wednesday, with heat indices over 100 degrees and temperatures in the low to mid 90s for highs. So this is a late season push. Usually, typically, this late in August, 90s are a little bit more difficult to come by, but certainly not unprecedented by any means. And we likely won't even be setting records in many areas as far as high temperatures go. So some of the records I've seen across the region are generally mid to upper 90s. There'll be some close there, but I think we're still going to be, no matter whether you set a record or not, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be ridiculously hot for the next couple of days, and a lot of kids are back to school this week, so that's not going to be good for those returning. It always seems to coincide with school going back to school always being hot. I've noticed that over the past several years, but this year is going to be no different. And very hot conditions are expected through midweek. The only bright side of that is you will have bright skies and no precipitation. Here's a look at Monday, nothing going on here today. Here's a look at Tuesday, no precipitation again. Here's Wednesday, no precipitation here either. So we're going to continue this dry pattern we've been in, that we needed this break, from all that rainy pattern we had for such a long time. We're looking like we're going to get about a week or so of a break here before we have our next chances of precipitation. And that's going to come on Thursday. This is the front on Wednesday that's going to back to our west. On Thursday, that's going to be approaching the region. And here's where it is on Thursday afternoon and evening. It looks like it's going to run into this ridge. Now, when it does that, it's going to do two things. One is going to slow up this frontal boundary, and it's also going to get the moisture along that boundary to be kind of moisture starved. So I don't think it's going to be a widespread thing here on Thursday, but more scattered activity farther in the interior and away from I-95. So it might just be an isolated threat down here by Philadelphia, up in northern New Jersey, and points south and east. Okay, so if you draw a line right here late in the day of where you expect the thunderstorms to be, it's probably south and east that line. Further northwest is a little bit more isolated to widely scattered activity with that front, but again, it's going to be running this ridge, so it's going to slow this front down a little bit, and it's also going to kind of rob it of its moisture as it's moving further south and east. So that's what we're looking at here on Thursday. Temperatures will still be very warm ahead of this front because this front is coming in later in the afternoon. So if you go here early afternoon, you can see we're still in the clear here, so temperatures are still going to be soaring and approaching the 90-degree mark at the very least. If you're farther in the interior, you might just be stuck in the upper 80s here for highs instead, but either way, it's still going to be a very warm day here ahead of this frontal boundary. And then once this front crosses, it will stall just south of the region, near the Delmarva region. Here's the Delmarva down here where we expected this front to stall. It's going to be down here like this. So it's kind of either over or near the Delmarva. And because of that, you're going to have an area of low pressure or a couple waves of low pressure that are going to form along this boundary at different times as this stalls through the weekend, it looks like, just south of the Delmarva. And so it looks like now Friday and Saturday are going to have the risks for showers. Now, the further south you are, the better chance you see it. When you're closer to that front, we'll see the better chances of seeing some showers. But we can't obviously rule that out for areas further north, but they're going to be a little bit more widely scattered or isolated further north. Okay, so the closer to the boundary you are, further south, better chance, a little less as you head a little bit further north. But that's looking at Friday. This is later on Friday, and that continues into the overnight. You see the showers continuing here in the evening and overnight on Friday night, and that's going to linger in some spots here into Saturday. You're going to have a few showers, but don't get the wrong idea here. I don't think this is going to be a total washout. I do think it will remain mostly cloudy both Friday and Saturday. So not a lot of sun either day. So if you keep the temperatures down, probably 78, 80, 82-ish, somewhere in that range over that 2-day period. So not a lot of sun you're going to see there, but it's not going to be a total washout this entire time. So if you have any plans on Saturday, I wouldn't cancel them yet because I don't think this is going to be an all-day thing. It's just going to be kind of hit or miss scattered showers. And it may favor earlier on rather than later, so we'll have to wait and see how that plays out as we go throughout the week. And we update these videos throughout the week every day. Once we can see how this is going to transpire. GFS is not thrilled with precipitation on Saturday. It's a lot more isolated. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out as we get a little bit closer. And then as of right now, it looks like Sunday is going to be a partly cloudy day. You're going to see the sun come out, and we're going to get warmer as a result, probably middle 80s you're looking at for highs here on Sunday or thereabout, give or take a few degrees. And you will have the risk for isolated to widely scattered activity with the next front coming in. Still some questions of what this is going to do here and if this just continues through the region or it hangs around here on Monday, which of course is the holiday. Here's the early look at the holiday. You still see some scattered activity hanging around, but this too is not a total washout here for on any day. So we're carrying the highest percentages we're carrying on any day for probabilities of precipitation is 40% right now. And as we get a little bit closer throughout the week, we can kind of narrow down timing and figure out which days exactly has the best chance to see that activity. And right now it looks like it's just Friday, Saturday, but even then it's still hit or miss stuff and not constant. I'm Eastern PA with a 30 meteorologist. Bobby Marchers, that is your outlook for August 27th, 2018. Have a great Monday.